Hey guys, Joey C1 here. I'm not going to put too much editing time into this video. It's just going to be a quick boss guide on how to kill the boss at the end of the tzharr quest, the Brink of Destruction. Alright, to start off with, you're going to need pretty much Barrow's gear or above if you want a good chance of killing this thing without having to try like 30 times. Um, Chaotic weapon is good. Any of them are good. Well, Rapier or CLS, because you are definitely going to need a shield for this fight, mostly for the defensive abilities, but we'll get into that later. Um, any shield's good as long as it's halfway decent. Honestly, like a dragon square or above, and you should be okay, because the shield isn't actually the big thing here, it's just having a shield so that you can use abilities. Alright, so to start off with, you're going to want to set up your ability bar like mine is, and at the first slot you want Slice, second you want Backhand, third you want Sever, fourth you want Fury, fifth you want Dismember, sixth you want Slaughter, seventh you want Resonance, 8 you want Preparation, 9 you want Delibate, 10 you want Barricade, 11 you want Rejuvenate, and 12 you want Immortality. Alright, so in case you don't know what all these abilities do, your main offensive ability is going to be Slice. You should use this after every single ability. So, for example, when you're fighting it, do Slice once, then do, say, Sever once, and then do Slice again, then Fury again, then Slice again. So you always want to come back to Slice because it has a 3-second recharge, which is about the time to do another attack. So if you don't want to be sitting around waiting for an ability to be ready, you're going to have to do it this way. So do Slice, an ability, Slice another ability, Slice another ability, so on and so forth. So, Backhand, in case you haven't done the boss yet, you might notice when he gets to about half health, he starts trying to heal, and you have to use Backhand to stop him. And pretty much Backhand, you don't want to use it until he's at half health, but once he is, use it whenever it's recharged. That is your priority. Once it's recharged, use it above anything else. Alright, so in case you don't know anything about healing abilities, Resonance and Preparation are probably your most important ones. Use Resonance whenever it's available, and use Preparation whenever it's available. Preparation just makes it so that you can use Resonance more often, and Resonance kind of, whatever attack would have hit you next, it'll heal you instead, which is really handy for this boss, and if you don't use it, I don't even think you can beat it. So, at the start of the fight, I usually do Slice, then Resonance, then Slice again, and then Preparation, and then I kind of just get into a Slice, other ability combo. For ultimates, you want to build up to ultimate level and then use healing ultimates. Don't worry about offensive ultimates. Your main priority is staying alive because the DPS of this thing is pretty darn high, especially once he gets 3 or 4 rangers spawned. So, you want to ignore the rangers, but once you build up to ultimate level, first use Rejuvenate, then the second time you build up to ultimate level, if you're about to die, you can use Immortality because that'll heal you. If not, use Barricade, and then alternate between Rejuvenate and Barricade every time you get an ultimate. Barricade will make you immortal for 10 seconds, which includes the fire attacks. Rejuvenate will just heal you, but it heals you 40%, which is pretty good. It's better than Immortality in my opinion because you don't have to get yourself killed for Immortality to work. The threshold ability for melee Slaughter, it's okay, but don't use it too often. If you are not like 60% health, don't use it because you're going to want to get to ultimate level as fast as possible and use a healing ultimate. The threshold ability Delibate, it's pretty good. I would only use it, again, when you're above like 60% health because it's kind of an offensive attack. It doesn't really help you defensively even though it's a defensive ability. So only use that as like an offensive when you're waiting for your other offensive abilities to recharge and you have a threshold and you have more than like 60% health. You might notice the rings of fire that like pop up. I'm not going to go too much into that, just dodge them. I can't really tell you anything more than that. Dodge them as best you can. Make sure that you dodging them and then attacking the boss again doesn't make you automatically go back into the line of fire. Because, yeah, that can get you killed, and it got me killed a few times, too. So, that's pretty much all I can do to help you. If your ability bar looks like this, you can upgrade the sharks to rocktails. That'll give you a better chance of survival. If you don't have overloads, you can use extremes or supers. That really doesn't make much of a difference. This is more about... This boss fight, I think it's Jagex's way of showing you that sometimes you need to use defensive abilities. You can't just go all out and expect to kill everything in this new evolution of combat. One last thing I forgot to mention, the spec restore in my inventory, it is for emergency use only. This is toward the end of the fight when you are getting raped and you need to get an ultimate off, but you can't stop eating because eating lowers your adrenaline bar. So what you do for this is you get it up to about threshold level and you're like eating and you need to get an ultimate like barricade. You use abilities and get it like as close to 75% as you can, and you just chug that spec restore or adrenaline potion and then spam barricade until it works, and then just eat food, do whatever you need to do to get back into this fight. One last tip I'm going to tell you before I end this guide is the reason why you use rejuvenate first and barricade second is because you might notice that every probably 30 seconds, no, not 30 seconds, it's probably like a minute, minute and a half, the boss spawns another ranger to help him, and so barricade makes you immortal for 10 seconds. So regardless of how many things are spawned, its ability is going to be the same. But the more things are spawned, technically the more it helps you. So you want to use rejuvenate when you're kind of doing okay on your own, and this is just to get you some more health so that you don't have to eat. Barricade is for when there's like 4 rangers on you and you are dying and you need to get some DPS in or you need to eat. Barricade will make you immortal for 10 seconds. And that can be the difference between dying and living, honestly, because that ultimate probably saves your life a good number of times if you do this the way I did.